song on Jesus ain't God. That's one. That's definitely one. Would he still be the most high if there was one more high, even one big side? Tell me, would he still be the most high if there was one more higher, even one beside us? Higher, that means to be. And when it come to being all Father, he reigns supreme. All things might to glorify him, none of it do he need. But everything do need him, from sea to shining sea. Firmament to the dry land, to the water down beneath. Nothing down in this earth, nothing up in that heaven. Would have ever seen life, only came to pass cause he said it. Yeah, we love Christ and follow Christ. Christ said himself, don't praise him. Went on to say there's only one good, that's the Father, baby. That one for all y'all Christians trying to place Christ at the top. Say you never sin to the cross, therefore you ain't gotta stop. Blasphemy. Oh, so Christ God came in the flesh, right? Oh, so the throne was up there empty while he came to live a flesh life. Blasphemy. So who then was he talking to when he said, why is thou forsaken me? Who was he talking to right there? Well, you better stop playing. Would he still be the most high if there was one more high, even one big side? Tell me, would he still be the most high if there was one more higher, even one beside us? He said he came not to his own works with the Father's. Would you take that to me? He said he came not to do his own deeds, but the deeds of the one who's in him. Would you take that to mean? He telling us he ain't the boss. Tell us that there's one higher. Told us he don't know when he coming back, but it's all up to a higher. Told us he was speaking through prophets in the Old Testament, but you say he wiped the prophets out his own mouth, saying he never did. He right in line with his father's wish. Why are we still impoverished? Only way that we got the riches, going where the Masonic is, preaching that false doctrine, teaching men how to screw it up. That made a new God with some new rules, teaching us keep doing what made the Father mad in the first place, keeping us in our worst days, sleeping with somebody else's wife, having pork chops for your birthday. What kind of sense did that ever make? Some strong demons got you. If you think Christ died so you can keep doing everything Father said not to, y'all better stop playing. Would he still be with the Most High? Be the Most High if there was one more high, even one big side? Tell me, would he still be the Most High if there was one more higher, even one beside us? That mean everything we need. That mean everything we need. That mean everything we need. Yeah. That mean everything we need. 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 Yeah. That mean everything we need. That mean everything we need. Praise ye higher. All praises be unto thy holy name of higher. Feel me? That's why we say that like that. We ain't ever supposed to get that twisted. Will we still even call him the Most High? See what I'm saying? That's why you won't see a lot of Sunday Christian folk even use that term. Because they didn't cut the Most High out. They didn't knock them out that top spot, And then when they got up there, it's not the highest. Therefore, you won't catch them even uttering that. So contrary to popular Sunday Christian belief, no, Christ is not the Most High come in the flesh. Christ is himself, and the Most High is himself. Christ is not the Father. Christ is the Son, okay? Christ is second in command. Yeah, we love Christ, honor Christ, follow Christ wholeheartedly, and we bless his name. But don't allow anyone to feed you no false Christ and teach you against Christ's Father and use Christ to override any.
Alaya, Lama, Shabakwa, Tha, Nai. Shabbat Shalawam, everybody. Back again. Another conversation. Right? Can we talk some more? Lemon. Meyer lemon. Right? Regular lemon. Meyer lemon. This is my last one, so I'm going to save it. I'm going to use this one. I got a lot of these. Right? I got to wait till Sunday and hit the. They put some tents in the middle of the street. They shut the street down. They put a bunch of tents in the middle of the street. And that's where I go get your produce, Get it from there if you can. The grocery store should be absolutely last resort, right? Absolutely last resort. Because we know they plan. Got to bring that back. Got to bring those conversations back where we was watching everything they do in grocery stores and things. This is now alkaline water, fam. That's what I just did. I just turned it alkaline. But yeah, we got to bring them conversations back. Brian Denham is saying, I know we believe a bit differently, but I wanted to say I appreciate your zeal for God and your love for the word. Happy Sabbath. How different do we believe, my brother? Right? Where do we differ? That'd be interesting to know. I appreciate you. I appreciate your words, sir. I really do appreciate that, That's what I'm looking for out here. People saying things like that. I know we believe differently. That's what you want to hear, You don't want to hear, people feeling away because you feel different, you believe differently, and they can't accept you at all, right? And y'all can't accept each other, and it's a nasty attitude between you guys. I like what he just said, right? You said Shabbat Shalawam, so we believe that the same. All praises to the Most High, right? Yes. I'm gonna be in and out, fam, or I ain't gonna be in and out, but cause I could still speak to you from where I'm going right here. I'm steaming. I'm steaming me some green beans. You know, I haven't eaten today. I'm a little hungry, right? Oh, that's done. Oh, those are done. And they're delicious. Yeah, all right. Right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just leave him. I'm gonna leave him chilling right there. You know, Zion, Shabbat Shalawam, Arakaz back in the building. Shabbat Shalawam, my sister. Mark AZ is back in the building, right? Brian Denham, Shalawam, Shabbat Shalawam, sir. Lasagna White is in the building, right? Uh, Yeshayahu is in the building for the Sabbath. Shabbat Shalawam. Joanna the Brew. Ain't seen you in a few conversations. I appreciate you popping in, sir. Shabbat Shalom to you, fam. Right? Papaya. Okay. Real food. Okay. That's going to register. Your body is going to say, yeah, give me that. Yeah, I know what that is. And it's going to distribute throughout your body electrolytes, electrons, right? Electric charges and things, right? It's going to know what that is. And it's going to register. The copper is going to go to your brain, right? All that. The iron is going to, it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It's going to feed you. Electrolytes, fam. Dehydration is not fluid, okay? Dehydration is electrolytes. Your body is starving for iron and copper. It's gold in this stuff, everything. You know, titanium is in this stuff. Everything, right? Calcium, chlorophyll, right? In your greens and all of that, right? Phosphorus, potassium. We need all of this stuff, y'all. Right? Iodine. You know, we need this stuff. You got to make sure that stuff is in your food when you eat. Uh, Supplements ain't gonna do it, y'all. Supplements work in the beginning because they're synthetic, right? Or they're processed. Anything you do to something, you're processing it. It's processed, right? Only thing is not processed is what comes straight off the vine and straight into your mouth. That's no process. But for some people, cutting it, that's a process. You're putting it through something. As soon as you break the skin on this, it starts losing its potency, right? And its nutrition. Every minute I got this thing cut in half sitting here, it's losing what it's made of, right? You want to cut it, bang, and use it. Boom, right? Yeah, but yeah, all of this, we need minerals, y'all, not vitamins, minerals. Con. And that's how your body don't starve itself out. And then you go, you eat what, a Twinkie? Ain't no nutrition in that. That's totally dead. Everything is dead, right? This lemon will be dead in a few days, right? So, what do you think you're getting out of a piece of bread? That stuff being dead, fam. And it's iron in wheat, I believe, right? Most things that are brown is gonna have uh copper in it, you know? So that's how you gotta feed yourself. What's in a sandwich? Everything is dead in a sandwich, y'all. You might get some chlorophyll out of the lettuce. You might. You might get some fiber. You might get some fiber out of the lettuce. That lunch meat is dead. The cheese in it is dead. The bread is that's dead, y'all. You ain't getting no electrolytes out of that. You ain't getting no electric charge to your body out of that. And you're still gonna be hungry. You're gonna feel full. You're gonna be satisfied. You're gonna feel great. But your body is like, man, what's up? Can I get some iron, please, please, right? Can I get some copper, please? I need to think. My mind wants to think. My mind wants to connect to the Most High, right? But you ain't giving me no electrons so that I could do that, right? All of that, y'all. So, and man, even if you eat the other stuff, make sure you just out of nowhere just bust a bag of some like nuts or something. Some nuts, pears, bust a pear, bust an apple, a green apple or a honey crisp apple or something like that. You know, uh things like this. Piece of fruit, plum, pomegranate. Just add that to whatever you already got going on, right? Papaya, right? I'm gonna cut this open and this is just stuff I got laying around. It's always stuff around me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna cut this open and I'm gonna clean these seeds out of here and I'm gonna wash all the debris out of it and I'm gonna put it in a little bit of water and I'm going to sit it in the fridge and every night I'm gonna take a little spoonful of the papaya seeds and it's gonna clean out parasites, right? If I have any, you know. I may not even have any anymore, but I noticed when I was doing that, I had more energy, you know. I woke up in the morning different. I woke up in the morning flying off of my pillow, flying off of the bed. And I'm not in bad shape right now. I'm pretty strong right now. But I notice I'm not doing that. I'm kind of sitting up now. I'm sitting up on the bed, sliding down to the foot of the bed and putting on some socks or whatever, and then I'm getting up. But when I was on them papaya seeds, right, I came off the bed, I almost went forward. I was like, whoa, I had to reach out, grab a wall. you know, but I just came off of the bed with like power, like, whoa, you know, what is that? I used the same strength I usually, you know, use to get up off of the bed. But when I did that time, I like to went flying forward, right? Had to reach out, catch something, like, hold up, you know, so, you notice things like that, you know. Uh yeah, so let me get back on the papaya seeds real quick. Right? Yes, yes, yes. Uh Shout out to you if you're wondering why you're looking at me again. Hey, if I could miss a day, I could go twice in one day. Can I? All praise to the most high. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We already did 6 hours earlier and we back, baby. Right? I want to just bring this Sabbath in with you. Shabbat Shalawam. Aman. And yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna do our brew thing for a minute, ain't it? Right? Got some green beans there. Put some cream mushrooms on those. Gonna be delicious. Make me I'm gonna make me a green bean casserole. Right? I didn't get to eat today. This is my first and only meal for the day. So I'm gonna have to put something on me. Put something in me. I don't want to fast. It just be winding up like that. Right? Tell you one thing. When the spirit is high, you don't really need food. You don't really be hungry. Right? And if you open the Bible instead of eat, you'll find that you really do get full. Man shall not live on bread alone is a true story. Huh? I be hungry and I don't even plan on it. I just end up reading my Bible for one reason or another. Somebody asks me a question or something I gotta double check, or I just somehow I wind up in the book, you know. Be like, man, I forgot I was hungry. I was getting ready to eat. Right. Yes, yes, yes. You know, but Shabbat Shalawam out there. You know, just want to hang out with you for a minute. Ain't really got no plans. We will get into something though. It's been a long time since we did this and just hung out aimlessly, you know, just for the sake of hanging out and you know, let mama lead. Let her take us wherever she want to end up taking us at. In just a second, right? Just a second. I'm gonna sit down. We're gonna chop it up. Turn that down on some real low fire. You know, patience, y'all. Patience is beautiful. You know, you cook things really slow. You cook things on really low fire, and you come out with something else, y'all. Right? Cook it nice and slow. Slow cook it, con. Mama led me right to you, Shalawam. Shabbat Shalawam Kasad. Right. Jacob says, I don't know if this is an appropriate time to ask, but whatever happened to that song called Sorrowful for Thanksgiving you made? Oh, yeah, they got rid of that. They got rid of that. Uh I told us on that song, y'all. I told us on that song, y'all better get this because they ain't gonna let this one be up. Uh yeah, they zapped that, man. They wasn't going for that. I said all kind of stuff in there we ain't allowed to say, you know. But we got ain't that crazy? Cause we got straight up devil worship on this thing, you know. They could come in here and praise and hell Satan, and you know what I mean? But we talking about Thanksgiving and they want to strike us, take our stuff down, ain't it? That's crazy. And we going into the scriptures and reading the scriptures and things. But send me your email address, my brother, and I'll send you that. I'll send you that. Right. And I'm gonna open up me like a bit shoot or something. Cause it's a little more lenient over there. You could do more over there, right? You can do more over there. So I'm gonna open me up like a bit shoot or something, and I'm gonna put all of those kind of videos back up. But after this is over, the email address. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna make you wait like that, my brother. Plant Vineyards 144 at gmail.com. Right, send me an email right there so that I could get your email address, and at the very least you'll have the song. I'm gonna look for the video too and see if I could upload it. You know, give you the hookup to give you a hookup to like a drive or something. Let you in the drive so you could take what you want or whatever, do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, I'll send you an MP3 and you'll have the track, right? Yeah, yeah, no problem. No problem, Israel. Yawab, right? Joab, Yawab in the Hebrew. Right? Read y'all a little bit. Barakatah Aki. Barakatah to you too. Mark AZ. Right? Papaya is good for parasites. Con, the seeds are. The seeds are. But uh the meat, the flesh of the papaya, it is in the pumpkin family. Right? So, and we know pumpkin is, man, pumpkin is real good for you. Take care of all kind of stuff, right? So, Shabbat Shalawam, everybody. What should we read? What y'all want to read? Right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7. Should we do that? Or have we already done that? I think we already did that, didn't we? Yeah, we already did that. What's a good chapter y'all want to go to and read? Right? What's a good one, Mark? What's a good one, Mark? You always got the scriptures handy on deck. Man, it's a little chilly. It's a little chilly up in here, though. Had to turn some heat on. Stir my cream. Stir my mushroom cream. Ain't it? Dogs is out there wilding, man. All praises to the Most High. Get this cream together. Get this almond cream. Almond milk cream. That together. Add that to the pot. Right. That don't sound good. Shine the flashlight out here. Make sure my dog ain't in it over her head or something. She all right. I done lost 3 dogs out here, y'all. Stuff eating my dogs. You know? But all praises to the Most High. Yeah. Where's my phone at? Here it is. All right. All right. Aaron Murray is in. Oh, yeah, I meant to turn. Right? Proverbs 31 is in the building. Shabbat Shalawam. Right? What you say, Cassapp? Yikes. See if it's something we could read. Y'all know I'm always taking notes. Let me look at some notes. Oh, let's look at all the 2 and 9s. Remember we was going to do that? Yeah, let's do that. We could do that. All the 2 and 9s. I know a lot of 2 and 9s, right? And by the 2 and 9s that I know, I think it's trying to give us a message, right? By the 2 and 9s that I know, I was putting them together and listening to them in my discernment. And I was like, man, these things is trying to tell us a message. So I wanted to look at them. But I'm not going to use the computer though. I'm going to do it straight off of my phone. And let's look at that. And go to Bible online. We're going to go to 1611 online. I like them. We're going to go to Genesis 2 and 9. King James Version. We're going to read that. What does it say? Genesis 2 and 9 says, and out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? And good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden. So that tree of life is there. And the tree of good and evil is also there. And ain't that something? There is no tree of evil. We be looking for a tree of evil, and it ain't one, right? Why not? Because there's some good in it. Nobody would eat from the tree of death and evil, right? So evil, being cunning and crafty, is going to have some good in it. So be careful of things with a good paradigm and a bad, right? That good, it's a trap. Don't you know that? Don't you know you got to put cheese if you want to catch a rat? Right? Rat is moseying around. Oh, look, some cheese. Clap. Right? That's you being drawn in by that, good looking, glittery thing. Oh, y'all, let me go, see what that's about. Clap, right? Man, don't make it so easy, right? Matthew 10 has been what you looking into. You wanna? We'll go there, right? Let's knock down these 2 and 9s though first. Come. Out of the ground made the Lord to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. Right? Trees, y'all. You get a lot of goodness out of plants, But man, that tree, those roots dig deep, right? And it's pulling that stuff up from deep out of the ground. So you're gonna get a lot of stuff. The bigger and the thicker the tree, the better, right? It's gonna pull more nutrients out, right? Michaela Williams, Shabbat Shalawam, right? How long has this live been on? Just a few minutes. 42 minutes, actually. 42 minutes. We just hanging out for the Sabbath. We ain't doing nothing. You know? Uh, so that was Genesis. That was Genesis 49. Let's do Exodus. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the women took the child and nursed it. Who was that? Moses. Right? So we just went from it pretty much boosting a plant-based diet, right, to the law and Moses, right? It went from that to that. So far, we have those two back to back. I don't know what that's getting at. What y'all think? Y'all think that's getting at something? I don't know. We gonna keep on reading. We gonna see what it's pulling out for us. We're going through all the 2 and 9s. We did Genesis. We did Genesis. Now we're at Exodus. And it's Moses getting nursed, right? Getting pulled out of the water and nursed. Now we're going to go to Leviticus next. Leviticus 29 or Leviticus 2 and 9, Salakia. And it says, and the priest shall take from the meat offering a memorial thereof, and shall burn it upon the altar. It is an offering made by fire, or a sweet savor unto the Lord. Right? So we know that smoke rises So the Most High likes that. He sniffs, right? We burn something, that smoke goes up, right? And that's talking about uh, the priest, right? So we went from, let me write that down, 2 and 9s. We went from Genesis, Most High giving us trees. He gave us trees for all good things, for the sight and for food, right? Most High gave us trees for the sight, for food, tree of life, tree of good and evil. Ain't it? Y'all remember that? In Exodus, right? Pharaoh's daughter received Moses out of the water. Right? And now we just hit Leviticus. We just hit Leviticus. And Leviticus is a priest memorial, right? The waving or the burning up of the sacrifice, right? That we don't eat. Burn that up, right? Priest sacrifice. Matter of fact, priest, I'm gonna put burnt offering on altar. That's what that one was about. Now we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna go to Numbers. Numbers 2 and 9. See what that's telling us. And we'll break in a minute, Joanna, and get your Jeremiah 10 for a little bit. Right? All that were numbered in the camp of Judah were 100,000 and 80,000 and 6,000, right? And 400 throughout their armies. These shall first set forth. Yikes. So it gave us some bunch of numbers, right? We're going to figure out what those numbers are. We're going to figure out what that number is that it's giving us. So we go to Numbers and it gives us some number of the camp of Judah, right? 100,000 and 4,000 and 4,000,000. So that's 80, 180 and 6,000. 186,000 and 400. So it's 186,000 it's 186,400. Right? So camp of Judah deploys 186,000 and 400. Man, all praises to the Most High. You know, we just in the book. That's all. Right. Next is Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 2 and 9. And it tells us, and the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle, for I will not give thee of their land for a possession, because I have given, right, Ar unto the children of Lot for a possession, right? So, Deuteronomy 2 and 9, don't attack the Moabites. Don't attack the Moabites, because I didn't give of you of their land, right? So he's calling Judah off from doing something. He's telling them, hey, I'm not with you in this, right? I have not ordained you to attack them, right? Judah, don't do it. Don't do it. See that? So he's calling them off of something. That means something. That means a lot. If the Father is calling you off of something, you chill. Con. He didn't ordain it. Step back, right? Yes, yes, yes. Right? So let's get through these a little quicker. Joshua 2:9. Oh, there is no 2:9 for Joshua. Oh, hold up. I tried to go to 29. Joshua 2:9 says, and she said unto the men, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. You see that? And that's Joshua. You want to record that? It's what Joshua says. So, right, when we were in Deuteronomy, it's telling Judah, don't attack. Don't attack the Moabites. I did not give you this land. In the next book, Joshua is telling them, we fear y'all, right? It's somebody talking to Joshua and them telling them, hey, we fear y'all that you are going to take this land, right? So those two back to back were about taking some land, right? You see that? I don't think that's no coincidence, and that showed us that when we're strong is when we're listening to the Most High, right? And we're obeying Him. Told Judah don't do it. Judah didn't do it. Down the line, they're dealing with Joshua, and Joshua they're highly feared and things, right? That make me want to go to Judah 5. I've been wanting to read Judah 5 with y'all. Right? I've been wanting to go to Judith 5. Not Judas, Judith. I'm saying Judith, right? But we're at Judges. We're at Judges 2:9, and that says, and they buried him in the border of his inheritance, right? In Timnathers, Thuris, right? Timnathers, in the mount of Ephraim, on the north side of the hill of Gosh, right? Gaash. Who? Who did they bury? Joshua, right? Joshua, the son of Nun, is who they buried. Right? And that's Judges. That was Judges 2:9. So he was their strength, and they buried him Joshua. They buried Joshua, right? In Judges 2:9. But just in Joshua 2:9, they was afraid of him. You see that? So he goes down. What does that remind me of? You're big and bad, and then you're gone, right? It's going to give us a message. What's next? Ruth 2:9. Let's go to Ruth 2:9. Let thine eyes be on the field that they do reap, and go thou after them. Have I not charged the young men that they shall not touch thee? Joshua was a young man. Hey, hey, stop. Right? And when thou art the thirst, go unto the vessels, right? And drink of that which the young men have drawn. We know Joshua was considered their young man. He he took over things, right? And then we go to Ruth, and it's saying, drink from the young men. Lean on them, take from them, drink from them. Y'all see that? So it's in our young men, y'all. Next book is 1 Samuel 2:9. He, come on, Maya, let's go. Get out. Just beat it, just beat it, just beat it. Right? He will keep, hold on, what's this? Where are we now? 1 Samuel. And it says, he will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. Right? But it just told us to lean on the young men and drink from the young men. Lean on our young men. You know? So, what happens? What would happen if we did that? We would start leaning on them too much, right? And we'll put everything in young men. And the Most High would have to step in and say, hey, wait up. I'm the Most High, right? Shut up. Quiet down out here. The Most High would have to say, yo, hold up. He would have a problem with that, right? and he would have to draw a line. And that's how it is. That's how it always is, right? We take something too far, and the Most High has to step in, right, and call something off and chill something out. Like, yo, y'all going too far with this thing, right? We want to turn everything into a warship to where we like nearly step on the Most High toes, you know? And a lot of times it's more than nearly. See that? A lot of the times it's more than nearly. And we really done put an idol up before him, right? Got to be careful with that. Idolatrous people. See that? Yeah, that ain't how it should be going. Right? Yeah. Put something in my body. Right. So we just got First Samuel 2:9. I think eventually it's gonna get interesting. Right. I thought y'all be with y'all in just a minute. Wish I had some cranberry sauce to put on this. Some fresh cranberry. Right? Yeah, it's good. I'll be eating this. Your wop. I'll be eating this like twice a week. Right? Cream some mushrooms up. Pour it over some string beans. Some steamed string beans. Right? So in Samuel, he will keep the feet of his saints. He's going to keep the feet of his saints, folks. So don't worry about leaning too much on the young. Right? His voice, right? His voice changes. He's saying, he's saying one thing, one place. Then he's saying something else, right? I don't pray on camera. Did y'all hear me get quiet? Did y'all hear me leave the camera and get quiet for a moment? Right? All present. Where we at? What's next? Second Samuel 2:9. Balance, y'all. That's what I'm seeing. So Second Samuel is saying what? And made him king over Gilead and over the Asherites and over Jezreel and over Ephraim and over Benjamin and over all of Israel. Who, fam? Who did he make king over all those places? Y'all know who? Who knows who? Hmm? Who did he make king? It was Saul's son. right? Abner, or Ishbosheth, Bosheth, and took him over to Mahanaim or Mahanaim, right? And made him king over Gilead. Mom, so let me record that. Made him Saul's son, the king. Where we going next? Next, we're going to go to First Kings. We're getting into the kings now. First Kings 2:9. Now therefore hold him not guiltless, for thou art a wise man, right? And knowest what thou oughtest to do unto him. But his hoar head bring thou down to the grave with blood. His old head, right? His hoar head, that's gray hair, right? Now hold him not guiltless. Let him go. What is this? Showing us them fruits, y'all. That's what that is. Let him go. Why? For thou is a wise man. What is wise? Have mercy on him. For thou art a wise man. What is wise? The 9 fruits, mama. The rawak, right? That's where the mercy comes from. You see that? Even back here is where the mercy was coming from. Right? In the exercising of forgiveness and things like this. Attributes of mama, Khan. Even back there. It's always gonna make sense, fam. That's what wisdom is. And you know what they did? They tricked us. They made us believe it means knowledge. That's what we think wisdom is nowadays. We think wisdom is knowledge. We think it's knowing. No, knowing is knowledge. Knowing is not wisdom. We listen to a man sit there and talk and then say, oh, he's wise. Mm-hmm. Why? Because he's talking and making it sound good. That's not what makes you wise. That's not what makes you wise. So here you go. Just because he's doing all of this talking, you impute him as being wise. And then you see him do something rogue to the brethren. At the second you see him do something rogue to the brethren, his wisdom goes out the window. You are not wise. Only the 9 fruits make you wise, right? Second Kings 2:9. And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. Yikes. Dang, that's deep, y'all. That's what a wise man is, right? We're seeing that. We're seeing that firsthand. We're seeing that manifest. Right? Let him go because thou art a wise man. You see that in First Kings. And I broke down how that's the 9 fruits. That's the spirit, right? And then we go to Second Kings 2:9, and it has him begging there. Man, give me a piece of what you're made of, right? Bigging the spirit up. Mm. Got a stem. It's that real stuff there. You might miss a stem, might be a stem in it. Praise the Most High. Right? Mm. First Chronicles 2:9. The sons also of Hezron that were born into him, Jeremiel and Ram. Some names. I'm gonna go back through that. I'm recording all of this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see what they were known for. It's not gonna miss, y'all. It's gonna line up. It's gonna line up. And we'll visit this again. We'll bring out what's found. Some names. What were they known for? I wonder. Right? Second Chronicles 2:9. Even to prepare me timber in abundance, for the house which I am about to build shall be wonderful, great. Getting ready to build the house. Getting ready to build a house, y'all. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Right? Can't wait till I'm building the crib. Right? And that's Second Chronicles. What's next? Ezra. Ezra 2:9. The children of Zakai, 703 score. Gonna line that up. We're gonna line that up. Ezra. What's next? Nehemiah 2:9. Then I came to the governors beyond the river and gave them the king's letter. Right? Now the king had sent captains of the army and horsemen with me. Right? And that's Nehemiah. Record that. What's next? Esther. Esther 2:9. We just seeking the book, y'all, combing through the book, getting all the 2 and 9s. Esther 2:9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him. And he speedily gave her things for purification, with such things as belonged to her, and 7 maidens, which were meet to be given her out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of women. And that's Esther. Record that. Job. Good book. Job 2 and 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. Yikes. Right? Why are you being loyal to him? Don't you see that there's nothing of your life left? Why don't you just curse God and die? Job's wife was something, wasn't she? His wife was something. Psalm 2 and 9. We're getting up in it, y'all. Psalm 2 and 9 tells us, thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel. Cursed of God, hey man, just kill yourself, right? Next one says, don't worry, you're going to dash them to stones, right? Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. Right? People telling you just give up, just throw it all away, man. Just, you know, just quit, man. Just give up. Curse God and die, right? And then we go to Psalms. Hey, you're gonna dash them to pieces, okay? You know, you're gonna break them with a rod of iron. Don't kill yourself. Don't give up, right? And then next, Proverbs, then you will understand righteousness, right? After your triumph, and you'll understand judgment. You'll understand equity, right? What things are worth. See that? Telling us a story. What's next? Ecclesiastes 2 and 9. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also, my wisdom remained with me. See that? So that's what we're doing in Ecclesiastes. Right? We're going to get as much as we can of this Old Testament. Nah, wait. We going up on 2 hours, y'all. Dang, where that time just went. Hold up, let's freeze this and go to Jeremiah 10. for our brother, right? We're going to freeze this. We're going to go to Jeremiah 10. I'm going to read that. Hear ye the word of the Lord, right? Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh. The oracle, right? O house of Israel. 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Don't be scared of what you see going on in the sky. Let them trip off of that. You don't join them in that. He knew they would use that and play all kind of games with us. They always try to use what's going on in the sky and pump fear. And in real life, they doing that stuff. They have equipment, right? And they're able to mess around in the sky and do things in the sky, right? Holograms, Project Bluebeam, all of this type of stuff, right? Don't be tripping off of all of what's going on in the sky and all of that. Let the heathens bug off of that stuff, right? 3, for the custom of the people are vain, right? They are full of customs that, it's for nothing. It's empty, right? That's what vain is. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, right? The Christmas tree, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe. They take an axe, chop a tree down, right, out of the forest. 4, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Ain't that what they do to the bottom of it? Fasten it with nails and hammers, make them feet so that it don't fall over. That's what that's talking about. Verse 5, they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not, right? It's an idol. It's calling your Christmas tree an idol. It's upright as a palm tree, but it speak not. It can't talk, right? They must need be born because they cannot go, right? Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. They don't do good or evil. They need to be born, right? They cannot go. They can't walk. They can't move. They can't do anything, right? Don't fear that. That's telling us that this was a people's God. You see that? And they swindled you to get it in your house, in your living room, as a Christmas tree. But in real life, man, that was somebody's God, man. And they praised it, right? They praised it. And they got you on your knees to deal with the presence. You do this, right? They tricked you into bowing before it on your knees. See that? Yes, yes, yes. 6. For as much as there is none like unto thee, none like you, Father, right? Thou art great, and thy name is great in might. So we strip all the power away from a stupid tree, and we give that praise to the Most High, basically, right? 7. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? King of nations, that's Gentiles, right? Who wouldn't fear thee? Who wouldn't be scared of you? Who wouldn't praise you? Right, Father? Right? For to thee does it appertain, right? For as much as among all the wise men of the nations and in all their kingdoms, there is none like unto thee. Nowhere can we find another like the Most High, right? He is the the one. 8. But they are altogether brutish and foolish. Okay, coming in verse 7, it said all the wise men, right? What makes you wise? The 9. In the very next verse, 8, they are brutish and foolish. What makes you brutish and foolish? Lack of the 9, right? The stock of a doctrine of vanities. Yikes. Their doctrine is worth nothing if it's lacking the 9, if it's lacking wisdom, if it's brutish and foolish, right? 9. Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, right? The work of the workman and of the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing, right? They are all the work of cunning men. They got money. That's what that just said. They're brutish and foolish. They're teaching nothing, right? It cracked at their doctrine, did it not? Their doctrine is vanities, right? Silver is spread into their plates from Tarshish, right? Uphaz, work of the workman, hands of the founder, blue, purple clothing, right? They are all the work of cunning men. 10. But the Lord is the true God. He is the living God and an everlasting King. In his wrath, the earth shall tremble, right? At his wrath, the earth shall tremble, and the nations shall not be able to abide his indignation, right? They're not going to be able to survive when he comes down on the earth, right? Verse 11. Thus shall you say unto them, the gods that have not made heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. Right? 12. He has made the earth by his power. He has established the world by his wisdom. There's mama, right? That's how she made everything. See that? And has stretched out the heavens by his discretion. 13. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causeth the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Right? What is the wind? Mama. She is wind. When she blows, when he sends her to blow, that's where she's coming from, out of his treasures, right? 14. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. In his knowledge, not the Most High's knowledge. So see, they'll take that to slam everybody and say nobody has any knowledge worth anything, right? And that ain't what this is saying at all. It's saying every man is brutish in his knowledge, in his own knowledge, when he turns away from the Most High's knowledge, right? So you should not be on the Most High's knowledge and calling that brutish. It's not. That's of mama. You blaspheming, right? Every founder is confounded by the graven image. Every founder is confounded by the graven image. That ends up with you being dumb, right? For his molten image is falsehood, and there is no breath in them. They're not alive. They're not the living God. No, you made that. How are you praising something that you made with your own hands? How stupid, how foolish is that? Right? That's why it's calling them brutish and foolish. And everything that ain't the Most High is just as empty as if you carved your own sculpture and praised it, right? It's all just as empty. 15. They are vanity and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation, they shall perish. They ain't gonna be able to hold nothing. And it say we gonna scatter their bodies all around their altars. And they did that, right? And they're gonna do it some more. It ain't over. Long as you still see this earth going on, no, that's gonna happen, and it's gonna shut the earth down. Right? Yes, yes, yes. 16. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. He did it first. Jake did it first, right? Jacob is not like them. So Jacob has the original God. Jacob did that first. The former of all things means you did everything first. It means everything in the earth is coming from you. That's what it means to be the former of all things. Former is the past, right? That's like Jacob saying, man, I already did that, buddy. Already done that. Right? So look in this earth and name it. Jake did it first. Everything comes from the chosen people of God because it came into the earth through them, right? Sin did not. Sin did not. Rolling over on the Most High did not. Doing something outside of what the Most High ordered is not, right? We got that from them. We saw them, we wanted to be like them, and then we start rolling over on our God, and that's what got us in all of this trouble. But guess what? We sinned better than them. When we took it under our wing, we showed them how to sin. They love watching us sin, right? Whatever we touch, we kill it off, right? So, man, and we lead doing that. We're leading sin now. They hide now. They do their stuff in dark basements. They got us on TV. You see that? I guarantee you, right? Jacob portion, or the portion of Jacob is not like them. He is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod, bang, of his inheritance, right? The rod, that's a metal, a metal rod, bink. You beat stuff with that, right? Whip it in the shape, right? Of his inheritance, right? So everything that the Most High has in the earth that's worth something belongs to Jacob, is what they saying, right? And the rod of Jacob, and that's why we were so bad. We was off the hook. They couldn't see us, right? And that's why I wanted to read Judah 5. Because when we start rolling over on each other, then they was able to take us down. We start sinning against each other, and that's when they was able to take us down. You get that out of Judith chapter 5, right? They tell you all about that. They stayed away from us. They were scared of us, right? They were saying, nah, don't bother them right now. They won what they got. They'll tear us to pieces. Leave them alone. Let's let them start sinning first. And if we see them start sinning, that'll make them weak. And then we could go in there and we could take them down. You see that? The Lord of hosts is his name, right? The Ah of many, right, is his name. If you break that down in the Hebrew, hosts, that's a whole, it's got an S on it, so it's a whole bunch. That's like calling him the King of Kings, right? If you're the host, you're entertaining a whole bunch of people. You're one entity entertaining a whole bunch, right? That's what a host is, ain't it? Well, he is the Lord of hosts. That's saying he is the highest of those bunch of people who are entertaining a bunch of people. So it's the same thing as calling him the King of Kings. You see that? Yeah, right? Gather up, 17. Gather up thy wares out of the land. Man, O inhabitant of the fortress, right? Oh, uh, you who lives in the castle, right? Gather up the wares, gather up all of your stuff, Wares are physical objects. Physical physical objects, right? 18, verse 18. For thus saith the Lord, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so. So I'm gonna sling them. Whoo! You know what it means to sling something, sloppily just slang it and send it, right? That's what he's going to do to the inhabitants of that land, right? And I will do it at once, at this once. I'm going to do it right now, and it will distress them, right? it's gonna put them in distress, that they may find it so, that they shall, that they gonna know, they gonna fear the Most High after he do that, right? 9, woe is me, for my hurt, my wound is grievous. But I said, truly, this is this is a grief, and I must bear it. So this is you down, right? You're losing. Woe is me, oh, right? My hurt, oh, my pain, right? My wound is grievous. You toe up, right? It's Israel, y'all. Hurt, beat, battered, and bruised, ain't it? Verse 20, my tabernacle is spoiled, my house is ransacked, right? And all my cords are broken. You draw with your cords, you do. This don't sound good. This sound like man, right? My children are gone forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent anymore, and to set up my curtains, right? What happened? What happened to these things? 21, for the pastors are become brutish. Yikes. What happens when your pastor's giving you God? They become brutish, which is lacking in the mind, which is foolish and stupid and stuff, right? And have not sought the Lord. So if you brutish and you know it, seek the Most High, he'll restore you, right? But they didn't feel brutish. They ain't even looking for the Most High, So what does that mean? They've gotten comfortable, and they've fallen in love with being able to be foolish, right? And have not sought the Lord. Therefore, they shall not prosper. They're going to do nothing but shrink and go down and go broke and all of that, right? That's the first thing that start happening. They start losing their money. And then you see them get desperate, right? And they start doing all kind of even worse stuff. They was already behaving brutish. But when their money start getting messed with, man, they be ready to throw everything away. They be ready to behave unseemly, right? And their flocks shall be scattered. They're going to lose all of their animals, right? And sacrificing one of those were hard, but all of their cattle is going to scatter, right? 22, behold, the noise of the brute is come. The noise of the brutish is come, right? And a great commotion out of the north country to make the cities of Judah desolate. What is that? That's them coming to ransack us. That's where they came from, the north country, right? What is that? Europe, right? And they came down south into Judah. And that's what they did. That's when they ran us off. That's when they ran. This is a prophecy. This is when they ran us into Africa, right? And a den of dragons. They're a den of dragons. Yikes. 23. Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So a man don't do nothing, y'all. We can't do anything. In order for us to move, something occupies us, a power. And it's either of the Most High or the other guy, right? So be used of the Most High. Make sure you're not being used of the other guy, right? 24, oh Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, right? Lest thou bring me to nothing. Don't kill me, Father, but direct me, right? in my repentance direct me in the right direction, right? To get back on top of things, right? Not to kill me, not to put me down, but pick me up, right? Is what he's asking. 25, pour out thy fury upon the heathen that knowest thee not. The ones that don't know you, key words. So he ain't got nothing with the ones that know the Most High, right? The ones that know you not, the ones that hate you, right? The one who don't care for your law or us, deal with them, right? And upon the families that call not on thy name, for they have eaten up Jacob and devoured him, right? And consumed him and have made his habitation desolate, right? So that's why his house is messed up and all of his cords is broken, right? And he's hurt and he has a grievous wound in all of this, right? And he could barely bear it. His tabernacle is spoiled. All his cords are broken, right? All of his children are gone. He don't got no children to work for him and help him no more. They're gone. Something happened with them, right? There is none to help him stretch open his tent, right? Or set his curtains. They ripped all that down. They tore all that up, right? So go to your church then. Go to the community and get some love from the pastors. Nope. Verse 21, for the pastors, they became brutish. They're foolish, right? All praise to the Most High, y'all. We done hung out another 2 hours. Right? We did 8 hours today then. Right? We did 6. We came back. We did 2. We could do that, right? If I could miss so many days, who could say I can't go live all day? Con? Right? Empanadas? Why your name empanadas? What you be putting in your empanadas, sister? All praise it to the Most High. Right? Rawak HaKodash. Holy Spirit, living words. We're striving to stay amazing, right? With shalomness and oneness. Grateful. Much obedience over everything. I like the way you talk, sister. Right? Much love and respect, beloved. Shabbat Shalawam, Shalawam, tribes of the Most High, right? Barak Hasham Kal, right? Halal, right? Yahweh, right? Alahayim, only Bahasham, Hamashiach, Mashayah, right? The Christ. Thank you. Okay? I could dig it. We don't do the halal. We don't do the Yahweh. Shout out to you if you do the Yahweh. I do the Ahayah, right? And I don't do the halal, I do the Yada, right? Yada is the name that thy brethren shall praise, right? Yes, yes, yes. Fran Williams says, Shabbat Shalawam, fam. I'm going to have to play this back. Happy to catch you live, though. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, we just hanging out, sister. It'll be here whenever you want to tap in. Tap in, watch it. Keep track of where you bounce out. You could bounce out 1,000 times and keep coming back to it, right? All praise it to the Most High. Right? Cassapp dropped Nehemiah 2 and 9. We went into that, right? Then I came to the governors beyond the river and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent captains of the army and horsemen with me. Right? All praises. Yeah, let's get on up out of here, y'all. I don't want to hold y'all no more. Right? Made it home, Mark. All praises to the Most High. Glad you had a safe travel, my brother. Right? Joanna wanted the Matthew 10. We just read that. Oh no, nah, he said Matthew 10. Where did we go? I went to Jeremiah 10. My fault. Meant to go, meant to go to Matthew 10. Bring that back. Bring it back, and we'll go through it next time we live. Right, I'm about to get out of here and lay it down, y'all. It's 10:30. Is it to the Most High? All right. You did send that email? Okay, I'm gonna hop in there. All right. I'm gonna give me a little rest first. Uh the Sabbath is when I'm reaching out to everybody, right? 12:30, where you at? Where you at? Down south, huh? Down south somewhere. Or in the Midwest somewhere before you get into that 3 hour bracket, ain't it? Where you at? Right? Royal One Love. Chi Town, that's right. Shout out to Chi Town. Shout out. That's Brother Elder Perry, right? In Chicago. Glory to the Most High, right? Israel Yawab is in Michigan, right? 122 over there. You got that whole joint. Right. Go ahead, shout out where you at. Bowling Green, Kentucky. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, let it be known where you at, baby. Roll call, where you at? For the record, I was coming home from gathering with the I am, not a journey. Yeah. Wichita, Kansas is in the building, right? Louisville, Kentucky is in the building. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, all praises. San Antonio, Texas is in the building, right? Alamo City. The same Alamo that they was talking about on Pee Wee Herman. Is it that Alamo? Man, y'all about to tear this phone to pieces. Oh, I got a whole lot of y'all to speak to tomorrow for the Sabbath when I lay around and just, catch up with a few. All right, y'all. Right? Detroit is in the building. Right? All praises to the Most High. Shabbat Shalawam. I'm going to catch up with y'all. Right? Y'all have a blessed Sabbath and all of that. And we'll link in, y'all. We talk soon, right? Love up. 9 fruits up, y'all. Happy Sabbath. I pray y'all keep a nice, tight one. Aman. Shabbat Shalawam. We speak soon.